Hey guys, here for another video, and today we're looking at romi-rain, which is another OG in the adult industry. Like, I'm pretty sure most people, like, I'm pretty young, I remember as a teen stroking it to her. A very cool name. For me, every time I hear her name nowadays, I think of Roman Reigns, the wrestler. So I'm like, what do they have? Like, did Roman Reigns base his name off Roman Reign because they could have been like a, I don't know, he could have been a fan of her when he was a little bit younger. But yeah, one of the OGs, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician. I always say Ava Adams, the Blue Eyes White Dragon of the adult industry, and romi-rain, I would pretty much say she's like the Red Eyes Black Dragon. She's good, but she's not as good as Ava in my opinion, but nonetheless pretty good. I don't know if anyone watches any of her films. I saw the movie Power Bangers. It's like Power Rangers, but it's, adult related. She does a lot of these like for the story films, which I thought are hilarious. For me, I see them as comedy, even though she takes it seriously. For me, it's like, really? Hey there, you need some help with the power stick? It's some weird Ben 10 porn star bullshit stuff. But nonetheless, let's talk about her background very shortly, because obviously a lot of people already know who she is. Pretty big porn star in general, and we can talk about her OnlyFans afterwards. She is one of the OGs. You can watch a lot of the videos she already has on the Hub, Spank Bang, XNXX, RedTube, a whole bunch of other websites, even Worldstar. She's on Worldstar for some reason. I love the bio people like Pornhub categorize her as. She may be an East Coast girl living in the West Coast world, but romi-rain can bring two coasts together like Martin Luther King. Harder than a cock. I added the MLK part. Harder than a cock slamming into a juicy pussy. When I was first reading that sentence, I'm like, oh wow, activism, and then that kind of came into play. Like I said, worth looking at her porn profile and all these other profiles that she already has videos on to kind of already have an expectation of what to probably get in OnlyFans. I always say with adult actors, I have a significantly higher expectation, right? There's already videos of her online. There's already full feature length films. Everything's high quality. So for me, if a person like her makes an OnlyFans, right, she should probably keep that content consistent, because she knows what goes into like these type of videos. She knows what guys wants. She obviously has a pretty good idea, so it makes sense that she would put the same effort that she puts in her porn career into her OnlyFans career. Does have an Instagram, 3.4 million followers. She is active on that. She is pretty active on all social media. She also has a Twitter. Will not show that because she is pretty rated R on that. Like I said, really worth to see how she promotes herself. Obviously, I would say if the person's promoting her OnlyFans is more geared towards like, check out my lifestyle, check out like the behind the scenes thing, it's not going to be too rated R, then obviously you might have a different expectation than what she already has in her porn career. But she does sexualize herself. She does sell this fleshlight. She does kind of promote herself as that sexual figure, as that porn star. So like I said, we already have a pretty rated R expectation into her OnlyFans. So her OnlyFans is $6.99 per month. Pretty good at her numbers are pretty high. She has 1,850 posts, over 2,300 photos. Good God, that is a lot of cheeseburgers if you were to categorize that into like, dollars in McDonald's, and 741 videos. But unfortunately, I always say just because you have really high numbers does not equate you having very good content. And I personally believe that applies to her OnlyFans, that the content just isn't as good as what we already seen on Pornhub and any other website. So let's talk about her content a little bit. So like I said, she does have a lot of posts, and she makes it really clear if you want her attention, if you want any custom content, you do have to send her money before you even send more money to pay for that extra content. For me, it just doesn't make sense. She has 3 rules. Welcome to my OnlyFans. You're welcome for a free subscription. I never got that free subscription. Please know, however, that my time and exclusive content is not free. Here are some house rules. Be respectful. If you're not, I have to show you out the door, whatever. Please send the following requests before requesting or sending me content: $15 for a dick pic, $35 for a video. If you like what you see, make sure you turn on your renew subscription. So I will say her OnlyFans is a DM only OnlyFans. Not, I don't say only, but majority. The base sub, again, is what I mostly review, but I will talk about what she has on the DMs, because obviously, for me, it's just, if the DMs are really cheap, then there is some exception, but if the DMs are consistent and their base sub is pretty crap, then I just don't see the point of getting her DMs, unfortunately. So, here's the photos. Like I said, she has over 2,300 photos, which is a lot, but I personally don't think photos have any value in terms of her, right? Because we've seen every inch of her body online. We've seen like the bottom of her left toe. Like, we know how she looks like. We've seen her Instagram. Whether it's rated R or not rated R, the photos really don't have any value compared to, like, I don't know, Hannah Montana releasing a nude, right? Hannah Montana releasing a nude next to Barney, that one photo would have way more value than the 2,387 photos that she has on OnlyFans. Again, for her, someone in her career and stature, I just don't see the point of photos, but A for effort for at least putting in a lot of photo content in that section. Now let's talk about the videos, because for me, I personally think that's the most important part, especially, again, someone of her career and stature and someone who has a lot of feature-length films in the porn industry. So what I usually do for someone that has a lot of videos, I'm not going to look at every single video because it is a lot. So what I do is I review the recent or the last 200 videos that they posted. I feel like that's a pretty good sample size to give a pretty good indicator of the rest of their videos. If the most recent 200 videos are good, then I could probably assume that the other 200 videos are good, right? It doesn't make sense to have the latest videos of yourself be pretty shit, because as you have an OnlyFans and as time goes on, it makes sense to put better and better content as, like I said, time goes on. So the longest video is 26 minutes, next one's 19 minutes, 60 minutes, 14 minutes, 11 minutes, 10 minutes, and then after that it starts whittling down to a minute, 30 seconds, and then the majority of the videos that I've seen were between 3 to 10 seconds, unfortunately. And if you're expecting to see a lot of boy and girl content, like, that's pretty hardcore, rated R, like actually good quality in it, you're not getting any of that. The longest video that she has is just her, and it's like a compilation of her life. There isn't anything rated R. If you were to gather like multiple Snapchat stories and Instagram stories, they're all PG, and put it into one video, that's what that video is. It's pretty long. It isn't anything too interesting in my opinion. And the second longest video is her in a video model shoot. She puts like the camera on the floor and you see her from far away and she's doing her poses. Again, nothing rated R in that. The third video is a little bit more rated R. It shows her live streaming and vibrating herself. If you want to see her vibrating and jacking herself out, and that's what you want to see in her like OnlyFans, cool. I just don't see the value in it. In every other video is pretty much her kind of like showing a little bit of her lifestyle, isn't anything too entertaining, and just her showing off her body. Again, there isn't anything too rated R compared to what she already has on the hub and all these other websites. The most boy and girl content you will see is like her walking like past the guy and insinuating something's going to happen. Nothing happens, but if you want to see the rest of the video, you have to get it through her OnlyFans or through the DMs. Obviously, I have a very high expectation because, like I said, it makes sense to have a really good base sub. Release some of those videos that you already like are advertising or selling through the DMs. Just release it for free. Give us like a small taste, because obviously you're filming a lot. So why not, like, out of like 1 out of every 4 videos you film, release that like weekly? Hey guys, I appreciate you guys staying renewed, or I appreciate you guys for subbing. Here's a full-length video that I recorded, and if you want other videos, check in my DMs. I feel like that's a better model. Obviously, I'm pretty sure her model's working. I'm just reviewing it and giving it my opinion from the average Joe's eyes. Now, the rest of the content, like I said, it is pretty much like a lifestyle content. Like, it's just her showing off, shaking her body. For me, it just felt like I was watching someone's personal snap. It isn't anything good. And if you want to get the videos through DMs, some of them are expensive, some of them are cheap. If you're willing to spend $4 on a video, cool. If you're willing to spend $20 on a video, I personally don't think that's cool. Again, it just depends on your budget. Every time I review and give my opinion on these videos, this doesn't come from like people keep saying, oh, is he broke? No, I have a budget of $600 on OnlyFans reviews. It just, for me, doesn't make sense to have a shitty base sub and then sell everything through a DMs. For me, I want a balance of a really good base sub, and if they have a really good base sub, then yeah, I'm possibly more open to spending things in the DMs and telling you guys about that. But for her, she has, again, my opinion, not a great base sub, and if you want anything good, you have to get things through DMs. It spans from $7 to $10 to $20 to $30. So again, if you're willing to spend that money, awesome, but for me, I am not. So like I said, in terms of OnlyFans, I just don't think it's that good for the base sub, and my expectations were really high. I was hoping to see some full-length featured, like, actual porn videos that we're used to seeing on other websites like XNXX, RedTube, and all those other sites that I listed before, and it's just not worth it, in my opinion. Obviously, $6.99 is a good price, but you're really not getting anything that's worth it. Obviously, just stick to the free content that already exists online. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. Obviously, Google form description. I look at everything. It takes 1 to 3 weeks to do it. Also, little PSA, if you recommend someone that has like a really generic name, like, I don't know, John Smith, right? And I look up John Smith and there's like a million John Smiths. It helps if you guys attach some type of social media, like their Instagram or something, just so I have something to refer to and get through that review quicker. So like always, guys, please subscribe. Thanks guys for watching, and give it a like or I will kill myself. Later.